Hello, Jimmy here from Meet Us Outdoors, and I'm going to show you a simple way to make scrambled eggs. Sometimes when you have a big group of children, everybody wants their things differently. I don't like onions, I don't want any pepper, I don't want any salt. You know, we have health conditions, allergies, and things like that. So before you whip out that big frying pan, I'm going to show you a simple trick, not really a trick, a simple thing that you can use. Method you can use to make scrambled eggs for a large group of people. So here we have Mrs. Outdoors helping us prepare some of the things here. We have your onions, some pepper, salt of course, peppers, peppercorn, red pepper flakes, some bagel bits, these are soy, cayenne pepper. People have different tastes. We all sometimes have more things, but anyways, say hi Mrs. Outdoors.
Hi.
Say it again.
Hi.
And look at how this expert chopping here. Chop it more expertly. So while those vegetables and everything are being chopped up, you want to already have your water boiling. You're like, oh, scrambled eggs, why am I going to be boiling in water? Well, don't worry, this is the part that's coming up, and we'll be explaining everything shortly. And granted, most of the times we'll be outdoors. I'm just using an indoor environment just because it's more controlled right now, so I can do a video without a bunch of wind. Alright, so you'll have your water boiling on some hot coals, and your vegetables will be being cut on whatever surface that you have when you're going out with the kids camping or anything like that. And some places you go, you'll even have a cabin, so you'll be able to use the stove and everything there too. So water boiling, it's been boiling for a while, a rolling boil. Okay, so what I use to cook these scrambled eggs in the boiling water are freezer bags, Ziploc bags. These are quart-sized Ziploc bags. I don't usually use the regular Ziploc bags because they melt. I found that they melt. You may have a different result. I usually do it over a high heat, open flame mode sometimes. And also, this is the first time I'm using this brand of Ziploc bag. I usually use Glad. Hey Glad, we just promoted you. Give us some money, we need it. So freezer bags, hopefully these don't melt. And another thing about freezer bags is the fact that they have this nice little label here. You can write down each child's name so that you'll know whose is what. In here we already have a few things that our cameraman wanted. So we're going to add the eggs and the other vegetables, and then we're going to show you how everything is cooked. So like I said, the cameraman wants pretty much everything plus more than we had in the pantry. So we're going to add in our orange pepper and some onion. Since it's in-home, we're not using gloves here. And we have the eggs, which we're going to crack and put in there. And all this part, you can have the young people do it themselves. After you finish cutting, if you have some older kids, they can cut the vegetables themselves. And everybody can just break their own eggs into the bag. And the next step is you seal it off a little tiny bit and leave a little opening. And the kids just mash it all up in the bag. The reason you seal it up a little bit and leave a little opening is when you're mashing it up, you have the air can escape, and you don't have a big old balloon that they're squeezing and potentially pop it. So you have an opportunity, so you avoid the mess. Make sure that all this powder and stuff doesn't stick into one spot. The salt and everything like that. Shake it around, and as you can see, the eggs are scrambled nicely in there. Try to get everything as evenly as possible. This is an opportunity for them to cook without cooking. and get everything nice and mixed up. It's colorful. I don't think we even need a label for this one. Nobody's eggs are going to be this colorful. Alright, so we're going to head over to the boiling water now. So now that all that's left to do after you mix it up and everything, you just drop it into the boiling pot. Now, a great thing about having boiling water is when you're outdoors, sometimes you don't have an opportunity to sanitize your utensils. So the boiling water is a great tool for you to use at this time when you're done to boil your bowls, your spoons, and everything like that, just so you can sanitize it. Now, just real quick, you'll see it's already starting to cook. It doesn't take too long, so we'll come back when it's done, and we'll see what it looks like when we take it out of the bag. So these are looking about done. They were actually done a while ago, but Mrs. Outdoors wanted hers, so we just put in another one, and cameraman wanted to make sure it was super well done, but it usually takes about 4 to 5 minutes to get it done. So you can put as many as the pot will take. One key note is if you're cooking over an open flame, you see how these are hanging over, you might want to tuck them in and cover it just so that the plastic doesn't melt. I don't know why it doesn't melt when you put it in there. Maybe some science guy like, I don't know, Destin from Smarter Every Day can tell us why it doesn't melt. He's an engineer, I'm not an engineer. Or that guy from Veritasium. They know that kind of stuff. Shameless plugs, I don't know, I don't care. But they're just about done. When you're taking them out, it will be better for an adult to take them out. You would usually use a pair of tongs or just a big scoop and put them somewhere where they can cool for about a minute, or if your water isn't scarce where you are, sometimes where we go water is a little scarce, so we save our water. Get a bowl full of cold potable water, and then you potable means drinkable, so you can put in there to cool for if it's cold water, then put in there for a few seconds just so that it's not hot to the touch, and it should be warm. But if you're just taking it out, put it into put it on a surface and give it about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute, and it should be cool enough to the touch. It's just be a judge, touch it before you give it to the children, and it should be labeled nice and clearly. They're not labeled now, but we can tell the difference between the two, and it's only 2, so there you go. So next we're gonna take them out of the bags, and you'll see what they look like. Alright, so this is pretty much done, and it's cool to the touch, well, at least for me. And if you look inside, it's not sticking, there isn't any oil in there or anything, and you just tip it over and it comes out just like that. So at this point, or even before, you can sprinkle cheese, you can cut it up, put it into your bread, and you have your scrambled eggs in a Ziploc bag. So I hope this tip helped, and I threw in a couple of tips in there for free. Well, they're all for free, but I hope that it helps you when you're going out with your groups and cooking for a lot of people, and a simple way to make scrambled eggs for everybody, cater to everybody, different recipes for everybody, and without any mess or anything. And you could use these for trash afterwards. Just throw all your trash inside of here. We don't leave any litter in the woods. So stay tuned for more tips in our blog. This is our first video blog. Like us on YouTube. Share this on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all these other things that are out there. Social media. I'm young, but I don't use them all like that. And meet us outdoors. So, how you guys like it?
Yep.
I'm enjoying it. Mrs. Outdoors.
Good.
Wow, you better say it. You made it, most of it. The vegetable cutting. Look at how nice that looks right there. Gourmet.
Mine looks like a dog.